Well, welcome to week 3 in your nonprofit management class. I thought I'd try something a little different, and as exciting as emails are from both Professor Stanfa and me, I thought we'd try a little video as just kind of an intro for the week. So as you're entering this week, I mentioned, I think, in the week that we got together for the few minutes that we had, that week 3 is one that sometimes causes some angst among the members of the cohort. I just want to kind of head that off a little bit and give you a couple things to think about as you enter into this week so that you feel like you can be prepared. And though it's going to be hard work, I don't want it to be overly frustrating. And so let me give you a couple thoughts. First one, I'd love to have you start with the devotion for this week. And, please do that. It's something that typically Professor Stanfa and I don't get a lot of response about. But I would be interested. There's no credit for it. It would just be for hopefully your own growth and the good of others. Kick something out on email. Give us some feedback on that. Maybe some thoughts that stirs up in you. But would ask you to start this week with the devotion. Secondly, if you look under what is requested for your posting and discussion board, here's my recommendation. There are a number of questions that are asked there, and I really want you to give very specific responses to each one of those questions. So those are not generally, hey, give me some thoughts about your review of the 990s for these 3 organizations, but those are very specific questions that you should answer each question for each non-for-profit. And so I've seen it organized effectively a couple of ways. One is to take a non-for-profit, one of the 3 kinds that's listed there, and give a response for each of those questions for that specific non-for-profit. That's probably my preferred way because it's easy to track along with one organization with all those discussion points. The other way, though, is to take and list all 3 organizations and then answer question number 1 for each of those 3, then go to question number 2 and answer for each of those 3. Pay very close attention that you choose the correct kind of non-for-profit. There are 3 kinds that we've asked for you, and they're all different because the way that you review them is different. So this speaks a little bit to the formatting. The last thing I would mention really has to do with the level of analysis that we're expecting. I don't want you just to regurgitate numbers. I don't want you just to say, hey, here's the revenue, here are the expenses. And this is what it was. That's factual information, and I expect you to be able to find that and certainly draw upon it. But it really has to do with the analysis of that information that makes this probably an effective assignment for your growth and certainly meaningful for the rest of us. And so really delve into the numbers. What are the numbers saying? What's the story behind them? That's going to be expected of you as an MBA. And so this is a particular assignment that should launch you into that. So those 3 things you should think about this week. If you have questions, certainly send something by email. You can do a question for the instructors, which goes to everybody and gives us a chance to respond to everybody. Or if there's something specifically, send it simultaneously to both Professor Stanfa and to myself. Wish you a great week and looking forward to our dialogue this week. Thanks so much.